Hi guys, I'm Nilima Pradhan and I welcome you back to my channel Exploring MS. And in today's video, I thought let's discuss about some myths and facts related to multiple sclerosis, right? So for those people who has recently been diagnosed with MS, there might be a lot of questions that might be running in your mind, like, what is MS and what happens and what exactly it is, right? So there are certain myths, okay, which I really want to discuss, so that we know that what is a myth and what is the actual fact. So again, I welcome you back, and let's go ahead and quickly, decode what are the myths and what are the actual facts of MS. Okay, so one of the myth is that people feel that, okay, whoever has MS, it is same for everyone, right? Now that is totally a myth. Whereas the fact is, like, MS is very personal and it's a very individual disease. So no two people suffering from MS will have the same symptoms. I might go through something and you might go through something else, and there are n number of symptoms which or attacks, which MS patients comes across, and it is not same for everybody. So this is, MS is a very personal disease. Not two people will have the same kind of an attack. So that's one thing that we need to understand. The second myth is that men and women equally are affected with MS. Now that's again a myth, right? Now the fact is that maybe 2.5 women are affected with MS. So MS is more common with women than in the male population. So that is a fact. So women are more prone to MS than men. But even men suffer from MS, but yeah, it is more common with females. That's a fact. The third myth that we come across is that everybody lands in a wheelchair. Absolutely not. As I said, MS is a very individual and personal disease. So not everyone who is suffering from MS lands in a wheelchair. So, you should not worry about it. In fact, I had asked this question to my doctor at the very beginning, when I was just recently diagnosed, and I saw people around me in wheelchair, not able to walk, and it affected me, and I didn't know what is the fact, right? So I asked Dr. Bhatia, will I land in a wheelchair? And he looked at me and he answered, no, not really. We have disease modifying therapies, and it can be controlled. Not everyone lands in a wheelchair, so you should take that notion out of your head that you might land in a wheelchair. No, absolutely not. It can be controlled, and with certain adjustments in your lifestyle, you can definitely lead a very normal life. We might also hear that that, okay, people suffering from MS should avoid exercise. Now that is totally a myth. Whereas the fact is that the research itself shows that exercise helps a lot for the MS patients. In fact, I have created a lot of videos on how exercising helps MS patients. It helps not just with mobility, it also helps with boosting our mood, because mood swings and fatigue and depression, it hits MS patients, right? A lot of it. So exercising, a regular exercise, is extremely important. In fact, everyone with MS should definitely go ahead and do some exercises. Other myth is that MS hits only old people. No, MS is absolutely not an old person's disease. The fact is, people who are between the age of 20 to 40, usually they get they are diagnosed with MS. In fact, I was diagnosed with MS when I was 34 years old. Okay, so it's not an old person's disease, absolutely not. Another absolute myth that we have is that females with MS should not get pregnant. It is a myth. The fact is that MS does not affect fertility. You have to consult your doctor, because they always suggest that if you are planning a pregnancy, then the doctor might just avoid your medicines during that period of time. But it's absolutely safe to get pregnant. It does not affect your pregnancy, and it is also said that your kids will not have that disease that you have. So MS does not affect pregnancy, or it does not even affect the kid. So it's not that because you have MS, your kids will also have MS. So it's nothing like that. That's a total myth. And lastly, I would like to say that the myth is that MS is a fatal disease. It's absolutely not. Now, MS is a lifelong disease. It does not have a cure, right? That is a fact. MS does not have a cure, but MS is not fatal. It can absolutely be managed, you know, with certain precautions. If you go ahead and visit your doctor timely, if you take your medication on time, and follow whatever your neurologist has to say, you can manage and live a very, very normal life. That is what the fact is. So I hope this clarifies a lot of new people who might have just been diagnosed with MS. There's nothing to fear about it. You will be able to work and live a very normal life. It's just that, yes, you need to you might have to restrict on a bit of things, like avoiding smoking. If you are a smoker, avoid drinking. I mean, like, if you like drinking a lot, so those kind of things you need to avoid, like having a healthy lifestyle, exercising, having good food, nutrition. So those are the things that you need to take care of, and I'm 100% sure that we can live a very, very normal life. I really hope that this video helps in answering a lot of your questions. And if you have found this video helpful, do not forget to give me a thumbs up, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to my channel for more videos on living with multiple sclerosis. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
Together we